Why do some people seem unstoppable, while others struggle to even get started? Motivation isn't just willpower. It's a complex mix of psychology, biology, and environment. Today, we'll dive into the psychology of motivation, explore what drives humans to act, achieve, and persevere, and I'll share a simple shift you can apply to boost your motivation daily. Motivation is the internal force that drives us to act, accomplish goals, and overcome challenges. Psychologists Edward Deci and Richard Ryan, in their self-determination theory, distinguish between intrinsic motivation, acting for personal satisfaction or purpose, and extrinsic motivation, acting for external rewards like money, recognition, or approval. Understanding which type of motivation dominates in your life is key. Intrinsic motivation tends to produce long-term engagement and satisfaction, while extrinsic motivation can be effective for short-term tasks or external goals. Our brains are wired to seek rewards. Dopamine, often called the motivation molecule, is central to this process. Interestingly, research by Wolfram Schultz shows that dopamine spikes are often triggered by anticipation of a reward, not just receiving it. This explains why the promise of progress or potential success can drive us to action even more than the outcome itself. Habits also play a role in motivation. Repeated behaviors strengthen neural pathways, making motivated action easier over time. This is why small, consistent actions, like exercising for 10 minutes daily, can eventually feel automatic and self-reinforcing. Psychological drivers such as curiosity, mastery, purpose, and challenge also fuel our motivation. Viktor Frankl, in his work on human purpose, emphasized that a strong sense of meaning can keep people moving forward even in the toughest circumstances. Even when motivation seems clear, we often face obstacles. Procrastination, for example, is often a conflict between short-term comfort and long-term goals. Research on ego depletion by Roy Baumeister suggests that our self-control can be temporarily exhausted, making it harder to act consistently. Modern updates, however, emphasize mindset and environment as more effective levers than willpower alone. External pressures can also backfire. Pursuing goals primarily for approval or material rewards may lead to burnout or decreased satisfaction. Social and environmental factors, peer behavior, cultural norms, and trends often influence our drive more than we consciously realize. Recognizing these pitfalls is the first step toward overcoming them. So, how can we harness motivation effectively? Here are some science-backed strategies. 1. Set clear, meaningful goals. Break large goals into small, actionable steps. Locke and Latham's goal-setting theory shows that specific, challenging goals consistently outperform vague or easy ones. 2. Align goals with intrinsic desires. When your actions connect to your core values or passions, motivation lasts longer. Deci and Ryan's research indicates that pursuing goals aligned with personal growth leads to higher satisfaction. 3. Use immediate feedback and small rewards. Small wins trigger dopamine and reinforce habit formation. Psychologist B.F. Skinner's work on operant conditioning demonstrates how timely rewards can solidify behaviors. 4. Visualize progress. Mental rehearsal can increase the likelihood of execution. Studies show that athletes who vividly imagine performing their actions perform better in reality. And 5. Adjust your environment. Make desired actions easier and reduce friction for success. James Clear in Atomic Habits emphasizes shaping your environment to prime yourself for productive behavior. Experimenting with these strategies allows you to see what resonates personally, because motivation isn't one size fits all. Sustaining motivation is about more than bursts of effort. Relying on sheer willpower alone is often unsustainable. Instead, focus on building supportive routines and consistent habits. Social support and accountability are powerful. Research indicates that sharing goals with supportive peers increases follow-through and persistence. Surround yourself with people or communities that reinforce positive action rather than judgment or distraction. Regular self-reflection also helps maintain purpose. Assess your goals periodically. Are they aligned with your values? Are your actions producing satisfaction or simply checking boxes? This reflective practice keeps motivation intrinsic and resilient. Finally, adopt a growth mindset, as Carol Dweck describes. Viewing challenges as opportunities rather than threats encourages perseverance, reframing obstacles as chances to improve and learn. Here are practical steps to apply today. Identify what naturally excites or energizes you. Start there. Pick one meaningful habit aligned with your intrinsic motivation. Focus on consistency, not perfection. Track progress and celebrate small wins. Momentum builds momentum. Experiment with intrinsic and extrinsic motivators to see which combination drives your best performance. Remember, motivation isn't magical. It's a combination of internal drive, environmental cues, and deliberate practice. By understanding the psychology behind it, you can make action easier, more consistent, and more fulfilling. Now, I want to hear from you. Which type of motivation drives you most? Internal desire or external rewards? Comment below. I'll be reading your answers. If you found this exploration into the psychology of motivation insightful, hit like and subscribe for more calm, introspective, and science-backed explorations into human behavior, psychology, and self-improvement every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.